For San Antonio advised her father visit this location with her brother, and the brother has mental health issues. The father contacted her and advised that there's something wrong with her brother.
43 traffic. Block Cedar with Texas Handicap to Tom Henry George Nora to Tom Henry George Nora. Block Cedar.
I'm at a private shop at a TMI 320. General with black shirt, khaki cap, Nike, and a basket.
I'm driving that way.
We're going to take 72 for training.
We'll click on
President Trump has been very vocal that he disagrees with the fact he wants lower rates. Not so bad, but
there you go. And that's all we're just on, but now we get to the store.
very much
the father that we're checking on is going to be a Harry Caruso, the brother that was there is a Kevin
Another geospatial remote sensing radar that's about that size, but with full electronic steering down to the element. 1,432 phase cycles to 50 megahertz or 60.
Thank you very much. PD's not inviting you guys can cancel. Show available.
Placement scan complete.
Sorry.
Silence trimming completed. Processed 3,300. Silence trimming complete.
Identification to Allegiance EMS, agent route to 239 Country Club for a 50-year-old female whose battle possibly broke her ankle. Again, 239 Country Club.
Copy, only tomorrow, 02.
7 traffic. Frank Paul 8431, William Frank Paul 8431, right to go.
No. This is the third leg of a single war plan. No problem.
At the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
Bigly.
Yeah.
And he used that word.
And I sensed them. Setting aside that stumbling over the word articulable is objectively
String complete. Processed 149. Quarantined 1. Placement scan complete.
Basement 37.
String complete. Process 9.
That's Asana. Visit us at asana.com. That's ASANA.com.
Complement 10, return for 6 call. UDs 1023, 1226 Imperial Circle, 1226 Imperial Circle. Verify dispatch 23.
Renaming complete. 1087 files renamed. Renaming complete. 24 files renamed.
We got a hold of JD from Pressure. Sent out Megan out
New
here.
file sorted.
I don't know if,
1.
you want to
Database
switch that
reorganized.
to Pressure, the same work order,
Should-
because I gave her that same work
LVC JSON generation complete with worded series files. Placement scan complete. Huge super workflow finished with full reorganization.
And first name of him?
Program Kevin. Dumbfuck.
Or 17. You show me how service.
At the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
They suck bigly.
Yeah.
I use that word.
I said to them, setting aside that stumbling over the word articulable is objectively
New file sorted. 15 placed in worded folders. New file sorted. 0 placed in worded 0 empty folders. MVC JSON generation complete with worded series files. MVC JSON workflow complete with fixed JSON files. Workflow complete with fixed JSON.
Hancock, 24. 100. Two RTA showing out of service. Careful.
Six two at 14235 83 235 83. The address is 421 Bermuda. 421 Bermuda for an after repair.
417. Head.
Multiple alarms going off. People requesting it. Dispatch.
Starting JSON security scan.
Attention 14 by 17 for a fall. Unit 1404. We figure out 18 lights. 25 lights at the solstice in living. Can be apartment 237, 237. North Amos 1, 29.
He should live behind me back there. So I assume that's this week's Jamie. Because I know my friend didn't want me to do that. Just saying. Since everything's a conspiracy. Supposedly everything's a fucking conspiracy.
Everything is code for you. We made contact with both our father and his son.
For the RP deadline callback.
What did you see? What did you see?
I was going
Starting JSON security scan.
We can have fun with
At the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
They suck bigly.
Yeah.
I can use that word.
And I said to them,
Yeah,
It's found.
yeah, and then you ain't allowed to talk in your own house. While they're making you sound bad using your voice to screw around.
Martinez out of Houston, eligible, no 29.
So you get my coffee.
Warning. Launch file detected.
You won't get mad, but I think you'll be very disappointed. You know, Santa's, he tends to be a little bit of this, know what you're you'd like to
of his regional feedback circuit. You're taking a little bit of the output amplifier and you're feeding it back to the input. You keep doing that, the amplification keeps going over and over. You can get, you know, an amplification factor of 1 million.
Yeah, if it's microwave, super, so, you know, we got a backup. I saved it. I didn't throw it away. Yeah. Well, I haven't trusted Black & Decker since they went to China anyway.
The gates that we can't use are going to be locked in security rank. We'll be patrolling around towards the back.
To show up. You that you care about what you're going through. Have a fridge to not have a house well
Perhaps houses actively cover as the ferry out for aid.
Because you said about Qualcomm.
Skills that company.
Reviewed my negative.
Yeah, maybe.
Certain stocks, and they made it. Stock security.
You still hold on to these Chinese stocks in the Chinese company?
Disagree with this company. I was.
Scan complete. System is secure.
I also want to say, and and I also make sure we're offline when we do this, so I can set up an account.
I'm very dominated.
I'm going to navigate virtual box. I'm going to disconnect network adapter. Now, we've done that, we'll get this message because the virtual machine doesn't meet the requirements for Windows 11. But we can fix this by going backwards.
What about somebody? This is what I'm aware of in the flying spider nets. Service our fighter pilots and the political behind these glasses.
Here we have the box. But we're not quite finished yet, because you might remember back in the midst of ancient time, or in other words, a minute ago, we downloaded the VirtualBox extension. So let's add this in by going to File and to Tools and Extension Pack Manager, like that, and we will install by picking up the extension pack where it is and open. And it checks if we do it, of course. Yes, we do.
$125, $155.
125. 55.
Hello, for concerns. This is one U.S. Lady Warren. RP is calling, reportedly talking about her mother. Her mother texted her saying she's going to kill herself. This known subject is a Jenny Stringham. She's in a vehicle at this location. I don't know what type of vehicle, and the address is coming from Life 360 location. Location was last updated 5 minutes ago. The female demonstrating is possibly homeless with the answer vehicle, and the caller left the country.
That name is still in super vehicle associated, maybe we can narrow it down.
Well, we're checking.
Put me out and walk to the target.
Terrible.
Hazmat 5, offer Hazmat 5 food for animal nature, 3735 Brooks, 3735 Brooks. Easy at 910, offer Elmore,
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to make sure that the message does get out that, like you said, we have the official when we become a rescue center, but like, we've heard here that, it's cold, like 40, 50 is plenty, right? But again, we do need to do a better job.
Okay. Pretty difficult missile.
Negative, we don't have anything in the
by the tail. Nick and statements. By
over this country. And next, this time, we're going to look at different ways where it works in a virtual machine in Windows. This can be useful for lots of different reasons, including if you
Reset all audio.
want to evaluate them as your future operating system. So, let's go and get started.
Each of these includes a different desktop environment, and if in doubt, go for Windows, which is the most popular. Another good distro for those who run through the transition to Linux is Corpus.
I only been model to helping check the area of Chris Andrews for miles.
Yeah, boy.
I don't have a product key, so we'll just write that down there. And I want to install Windows 11 Pro, and I also want to make sure that offline when we do this, so I can set up a local account. And to do that, I'm going to go down here to virtual box, and then this level because of Democrats. Now, when we've done that, we go to the
administration just about caught up. So, compliments to John. He had to do some things that were very tough to do that he didn't want to do, but he was forced to do it by the Democrats. So he was forced to shut.
There's not really much to see here. What we're going to do right now is make it a bit more interesting. You just start inserting links when they exist. It's okay. It also handles updates for your system and for your application. Act on we underscore
2059210205916.
What we'll do is recall the previous business cards. This one here, everything you need to get your brand. And you can see right here that we have some banners and signs that help your business. Anytime I restarted the service, you can see.
Yeah, it could be. I think maybe it's a machine.
Roger that. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I can still record the machine.
Okay, at 9:15, I'm going to have one.
One 1044.
All right.
Mr. Collins, I don't know why advising location hasn't changed, but advisors, possibly getting a gold Honda hatchback with my own plate with 2 dogs in the vehicle with her. Send me one for that on the EMS. EMZ2009.
Expected to appear in court today when his lawyer says he has not yet been medically cleared by the jail. And we have new reporting tonight on Nick and his complicated relationship with his
parents. Morgan Chesky starts us off
They're on the back of RPs. They go trying to steal a ladder. Possibly under the influence of stuff in their narcotics.
All the theme is broken, the icons are broken, so you can install flatpak versions of GNOME apps, repo versions of GNOME apps, although these are going to be pretty old. I recommend you use the flatpak versions. If you use KDE applications, don't get them from the repos on Barbara currently. They are utterly broken and Cosmic doesn't think them. This might come in the future, but it just doesn't look that good. GNOME apps are going to look way more at home on Cosmic. Now let's move on to how
Give me a warning. Two. Sound Lord, Tom 8540.
For all time and wonderful evening. Wonderful. Fat.
This it was okay.
We're only ahead of 40 hours, I'll say. But each moment that goes by, I feel more confident.
When Rivers first joined the NFL in 2004, Patrick Mahomes had just turned 9. Friends had just aired his finale.
Download to create yourself. Let's see where it goes. I kind of like the system. It looks good. I think it's kind of interesting visual, but you can also get something absolutely horrendous that looks like combo, but that's on you and fix it actually in the combo, so it's not like the system pushes you towards something that is
Catamaran 8 million multifamily revenue bonds for Coastal Carolina 1, and the Hudson Finance Corporation granted its ground leases to both entities which granted common exemptions.
I wonder if I unplug the Wi-Fi USB adapter, plug it back in, and start working again. It's kind of driving issues or something. I don't know. It's an older wireless cord. I wonder if I unplug the Wi-Fi USB adapter, plug it back in, and start working again. 73 Union 901. Kind of driving issues or something. I don't know. It's an older wireless cord. I wonder if I unplug the Wi-Fi USB.
$10.8 million in multifamily revenue bonds for Coastal Carolina 1, and the Hudson Finance Corporation granted its ground leases to both entities which granted common exemptions. In addition to that, the city of Corpus Christi made home investment partnership loans. For Coastal Carolina 1, there was a total of loans of $550,000, and coastal Tarragona 2 on a $778,000.
Early retirement. So in the end, Doge mainly leaves with disruption and not so much from their efforts decreasing the size of government.
And Zoom
Early retirement. So in the
afterwards. You can also pick a specific layout, or you can have the bottom panel only, as in a Windows-like taskbar, or you can have a dock and a top panel, which is what I went with instead of the custom.
I've been using them pretty much every day.
Hello, my name is Joey Willis. I'm product manager for Thermal's Cut-Ready product line.
And large trucks and buses on our highway that the Secretary has mentioned. A critical piece of that mission is making sure that well-trained, properly vetted, fully qualified commercial drivers are only on our highways.
So you use effective birth control during treatment for 1 week after the last dose of Nubeca. Common side effects of Nubeca. Audio creators can use tools like Audacity, R, and LMMS. Photographers can use Dartable or Lothropy. Designers... at the time I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now. At least from my experience, I'm spotting more iPhones than any other device. And these are the...
Anyway, but it does matter is the checkbox here called skip and
Anyway, that's all for this full look at PopOS 24.04 and the first version of Cosm. And if your current computer is also completely dead,
and hey presto, our bootable USB drive has been written and verified, so...
Alright, I'm guessing better get something done it in. Alright, I'm guessing better get something done it
Yeah, I dug all the gas cans I've been saving for years. Needless to say, the police department every day want to do a report about people trying to burn their house down. They're coming here on city radio box. I saved souvenirs.
Smooth.
Font 2 Classic, which is all the two fonts. So let's install that. There we go, that was painless. And then we want to restart because here things have gone a little bit loose because we just changed the font. So let's do a restart. And get on back again. And already I can say things are looking correct. Although they don't.
8439.
Therefore, Jennifer is made of 29 clear on. 10-4, 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 Jennifer is made of 29 clear on. 123.
Infinity.
93 across the Dollar General. 10-4. 7-1, you copy that traffic.
You could sign that call to me as primary so I can close out with my notes.
Therefore, RP does want to call back. Why do you, can you send me medics, to last drop 298? I got a mail down. I'll probably under the influence.
Zero 21, I'll say file.
New writing. When home, I checked it. It looked clean, but deep in the grooves there were bits of old food. I smelled it, and nearly gagged. That same raw chicken smell. I always cleaned it well, hot water, soap, even bleach. But I found out woodcut boards absorb juices like a sponge, trapping bacteria like E. coli and salmonella deep inside. Where each ingredient felt sick, I threw it out on the spot. Thankfully,
and automatically install residues by clicking that box and then click on next. We'll just that we've previously given the machine about half around at the CPU. Pause.
More 125. Be headed to Staples, near Family Dollar. We have a medic unit on the way.
We're going to be on the phone right now, sir.
Alright, Tampa, be headed that way. No injuries?
One, two, three. Be advised that he's asking to cancel medics. Alright, we'll call back.
Pulling out of South Staples. There's going to be at the bus stop. We're going to bring the bus from the back.
Team 2, he's walking across the street now to the station church.
Alright, 10-4, thank you.
full duplex, software-defined radio that, on paper at least, looks very similar to an heaths B210, but at a slightly lower price than the original. Now at its core, this is a 2-transmit, 2-receive full duplex SDR. Now these are designed for serious RF experimentation rather than just casual listening. I think their price kind of reflects that. Now devices like this are commonly used for things like GNU radio development, custom digital mode radar experiments, satellite comms, LTE and 5G research, and even ABS-B, AIS and patsey radar when configured correctly. Now if you've ever looked at the heaths B210 and thought it was a bit out of reach price-wise, this is very much in the same category. Wide bandwidth, fast sample rates, FPGA-based processing, but aimed at making that level of SDR more accessible. Now before we get into performance, software support and whether it actually lives up to the price, let's start with the specifications, because they already tell us a lot about what this thing is capable of. Now the frequency range runs from 70 MHz all the way up to 6 GHz, which means it comfortably covers VHF, UHF, L-band and well into the microwave region. Now that immediately makes it interesting for everything from amateur radio to satellite work and SDR experimentation. It supports an RF bandwidth of 61.44 MHz and is matched with a 61.44 MHz sample per second sample rate, so you can capture or transmit very wide chunks of spectrum in one go. The 12-bit sample depth gives you decent dynamic range, especially compared to the cheaper 8-bit SDRs. Now this is a 2-transmitter, 2-receiver design. It's full duplex, meaning it can transmit and receive at the same time on independent channels. Now that opens the door to things like MIMO, radar and Sirius. Hi and welcome back to another Tech Minds video.
Exact opposite of SpaceX. We treated innovation as a box to playbook. Elon wrote it in his algorithm. Question every requirement, delete the dumb ones, and accelerate like hell. That's why.
offers like global menu.
Let's believe that that hidden target. One bit.
What this basically on is going to see how the data comes in. It's not committing to any other decisions. Expects maybe one more rate cut next year, but really now the message from the Fed is very much wait and see mode to see what happens with the economy. It hopes that its policy right now keeps the economy in an okay place. Let's see.
Is it likely this divisiveness the Fed that we're seeing now something that could happen more for future rate decisions?
Well, it's impossible to ignore the kind of politics that play here.
By we have been always coming out. Merry Christmas. Shaking.
terms technology and experience. And this means that Linux 22 has better driver support for modern hardware and applications. It's also now based on Ubuntu 24.04 and, as one consequence, now uses pipeline rather than audio as its default sound server. But sadly, it also means that we're cursed with new, thinner Ubuntu interface fonts, and indeed
Trivia, I think.
Yeah, bye.
Actually, 1042.
You guys hungry, huh? Hello?
Please.
Yeah.
press that a bootable USB drive has been written and verified, so we're now ready to install Zorin OS on the computer. And it's going to be this computer, an Odyssey x86 J415, so let's insert a flash drive and boot. And here we are booting from USB, and to do this in your computer, you may need to enable USB booting by setting my PC file settings.
At times, I said to them,
hot mission over the top. Very much so. I think